What is up, you guys? Brian here with Left Spin Bays. I'm so excited. It's been 1 year. It's my anniversary for my channel. It's been 1 year since Left Spin Bays was created right here on YouTube. And I just wanted to do a special video for you guys, a little Q&A. It was brought up in the comment section on one of my posts when I announced that it was my anniversary, that Left Spin Bays is now officially 1 year old. We have hit some incredible milestones in my first year. Over 5 million views. Now we just broke 18,000 subscribers. So we are on a roll. So let's just answer some questions. I made a post on the community page letting you guys know, ask anything, ask whatever you want. It doesn't even have to be Beyblade related. It could simply just be life related or advice or just anything. So we have a list of all the questions right here. So I'm just gonna go down the list and just answer the questions that you guys wrote down in the comment section. All right, so the very first comment that we have, the very first question is user KZ3JX7YM3Z. And his question is, what is your favorite food? Well, I personally love anything that is edible. My favorite food, I guess I'm gonna have to say probably just good old-fashioned macaroni and cheese. Preferably the Stouffer's macaroni and cheese. If you haven't had the Stouffer's macaroni and cheese, amazing. It is amazing. The best macaroni and cheese in the world. Liquid gold. I'm telling you, liquid gold. So try it out if you guys have not done that yet. Alright, the next comment we have is my buddy Speed MC Fast 841. Now his question is, where are you taking the channel next, and whether you plan on making custom Beyblade 3D printed. So my goals for this year is definitely going to be, I want to personally hit at least 50,000 subscribers this year. I want to break the records. Last year was amazing, but this year I want to just crush and destroy every record out there. I want to get up to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year on my second year. That would be amazing. That is my goal, and I'm going to do everything I can to get there. As for the future of the channel as well, with the conclusion of the Battle Arena 2, a little spoiler for you guys, Battle Arena Season 3, my plan is to make it essentially a reality TV show. I plan on gathering at least 32 people and essentially making it into a TV competition show with some awards and prizes at the very end, and kind of doing a tournament base with it, and essentially work on getting Left Spin Bays Battle Arena not just only featured on my channel, but also a television contract to get it aired on TV. So that's the goals, that's the plans. Now as for 3D printed Beyblades, I am working on getting a 3D printer for myself. My little brother has a 3D printer, so when I find something, I do just send the file over to him. But I am going to be working on getting my own 3D printer and working on educating myself a little bit more in 3D modeling. That way I could kind of mass produce my own line of Beyblades. As you guys know, bolt blades. So that is one of the goals for this year as well. Alright, the next question we have is from Sandy or Sandeep Saha 007. Alright, he says, hey Left Spin Bays, my question is, how have you bought your plastic bays? Good question, excellent question. Truth of the matter is, those are not true Gen 1, those are not true plastic generation bays. The plastic generation bays that I have, those are the Burst Remake bays that came in the limited edition collector set for the anniversary, for the 20th anniversary of Beyblade in general. Takara Tomy released Burst remakes of multiple plastic gen bays, as well as a select few of the metal fight bays as well. And they're all just phenomenal, they're all awesome, they look great, they look exactly like the originals, except they burst. Alright, the next question we have from subscriber Keon Humber 2689. FYI, sorry guys, when you're looking at the comments and everything, they got rid of what your channel name is and put down your handle name. So I'm reading the handle name, not the channel's name. But anyways, Keon Humber 2689 says, do you watch anime? If you do, what's your favorite anime other than Beyblades? Whew, that's a tough one. Yes, I do watch anime. In fact, I actually prefer anime over the garbage that is on TV right now. Especially with all the political garbage and all that junk that's just everywhere right now. Yes, I do watch anime, and my favorite anime of all time, hands down, is forever going to be Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball, just the Dragon Ball franchise in general. Aside from Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, my favorite anime gonna have to be Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer. I'm also a huge nerd when it comes to Pokemon. Yep, Pokemon. First few seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! That anime was phenomenal, and I loved it. Not too big into the newest anime for Yu-Gi-Oh! But the original up to GT, those were some of the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Animes out there. But yeah. Alright, the next question we have is from, I'm gonna mispronounce this, but Adi Thayamano J1350. Alright, he has a battle request, and it is, can you please do Rhino Horn and Leon Claw versus Shark Edge and Hell Scythe in a 2v2 battle? Yes, we're gonna go do that right now. Alright, and let's do this. Hell Scythe and Shark Edge and Leon Claw and Rhino Horn. Alright, so the next subscriber is DarkN29. His question is, what's my age? And then the second question of, what is your favorite Beyblade from each generation, from the single layer to BU? So my age, starting off with that, my age, I am 32 years old. Yes, I am an old ass mother. But yeah, so my favorite Beyblade from each generation, starting with the single layer. Single layer is, ooh, that's a tough one. So starting off single layer, I'm definitely gonna have to say, Spriggan. That's a tough one. I like all the single layers. They're all pretty dope in their own ways. Next generation, dual layer. Probably gonna have to be Killer Death Scyther. I love Killer Death Scyther. Following that, we have Turbo, and I just recently got Crash Rocktavor, and spoiler alert, Crash Rocktavor I think is hands down probably the best Turbo / Chozi out there. He smoked everyone but Chozi Valkyrie, and with difficulty, Dead Phoenix or Perfect Phoenix. So in the Turbo area, it's definitely going to be Crash Rocktavor. Going up from there, we hit the GT and the Rise. But I am definitely going to have to go with Savai Longinus or Savai Luinor. I just love the design of that Bey. Amazing. The design is just amazing. He's actually a pretty badass Bey, and I love it. From there, we go on to Sparking. Sparking is my all-time favorite generation. The best series or best season in the entire Burst series, in my opinion. I thought it was amazing. So my favorite Sparking Bay is definitely gonna have to be. It's a tie between Rage and Brave. So going from there, we have our Dynamite battle. For the Dynamite battle, I'm definitely going to have to say it is going to be Guilty Longinus, hands down. It smokes and crushes everyone. But aside from Guilty Longinus, on the non-really commercial bays, on the non-bays that are not in the show, Savior Perseus, as you guys know. What can you say? Savior Perseus is awesome. And then we go on to Ultimate, the BU, Wind Knight. Wind Knight, hands down. Love Wind Knight. Then right behind Wind Knight is definitely going to be Chain Kerbeus. So yes, I said Chain Kerbeus. But yeah, so those are my favorite bays from each generation. Alright, the next question is from user Random Blader 194. It says, what bay do you recommend that's cheap and real and good? Cheap, real, and good. Right now, no bays are really cheap since they're moving on to Beyblade X, so a lot of the Beyblade Burst bays are going to be going up in price. So if you have not purchased all your favorite Beyblade Burst bays, now is definitely the time to do it. But a real good bay that is still cheap and that is just amazing. Guilty Longinus is still very cheap. Rage Longinus is cheap. Brave Valkyrie is cheap. If you want the Pro Series Brave Valkyrie, do not order that online. He's about $70 online, brand new. Literally just go to your Walmart and just get it for $20. Still hands down one of the best sparking bays. Another cheap one, a cheap alternative is going to be Infinite Achilles from the Pro Series. $20 at Walmart right now. If you could get it in stores, online it's about $35. If you want the Takeratomi version, new without packaging, is about $350 to $400, so not exactly cheap. But those are some that I highly recommend. All right, the next question is from. I am just gonna spell this handle out. TZERIEURHMUA 234. Now he asked, what Burst generation is your favorite and why? Well, as I said in the one of the previous comments and questions, Sparking is hands down my favorite generation. The bays are sick. The bays are amazing looking. I think that was peak Beyblade Burst after the original God series season 2 was released. Because essentially after season 1, season 2, the show was just essentially a commercial to advertise and market the new Beyblades coming in. But Sparking, they took it back to the original storytelling. I thought it was amazing. The character build-up was amazing. The battles were absolutely fire. The animation was just hands down the best animation in the entire series, in my opinion. One of the best villains since honestly Red Eye, to be honest. So Red Eye and even Phi. You have Lane. His character development was amazing. Just in general, the Sparking series or Beyblade Burst Surge, that was by far the best series in my opinion. Alright, the next question is from Aliazini8716. Now it says, what should I buy for my last bay? I do have a stadium. Any bay other than what I have, which is Wind Knight, Ultimate Valkyrie, Prominence Valkyrie, Super Hyperion, and Guilty Longinus. That is a definitely good question because there's just so many bays out there to get. There's hundreds of bays. But definitely, I would definitely have to say try getting Super Hyperion MR, King Helios MR. If you're looking, it looks like you have a lot of primarily DB and BU base. If you want to keep in that category, those two is a definite good catch. Astral Spriggan, get Astral Spriggan or even Zest Achilles. You're going to get a lot of extra parts and extra layers that you can create a little bit more and have a little bit more DB base. So actually, honestly, I would do Astral Spriggan or Zest Achilles. That's going to get your best bang for your buck for sure. Alright, next one we have is from Luffy _ Sun God TGE. Yeah, I love Luffy. Anyways, he says, will you ever pick up Metal Fusion bays? More than likely, probably. I do have a few Metal Fusion bays. I do have Ray Unicorno, Galaxy Pegasus. They are fun. I love them. But with everything that's coming out right now, I do have to keep up with the newer generation. But I do kind of dab in and order some of the older generations as well and kind of revive some of that stuff. Just like I've been ordering a lot of the very first single layer base from Beytubers. Pretty much once I get there, I'm just going to move back down and get some more Metal Fight, Metal Fusion bays. So there's a definite possibility that we'll be seeing more Metal Fight and Metal Fusion bays on my channel in the years to come. Alright, the next one is from Ruchita99. 3 questions here. First question is, when are you going to do speed rounds like Drago Galaxy style, but with your own twist? Drago Galaxy was a huge inspiration for me, and I have such high respects for Drago Galaxy. I have attempted to do speed rounds like he does, but for me it just did not do it justice, if that makes sense. So Drago Galaxy had it mastered down to just perfection. It was an art. But I did, like I said, I did attempt to do it, but when I just going through my edits and everything, it's just not as flawless as Drago Galaxy, so it's just no comparison. So I don't know if I'm gonna really dab too much into it. I've already developed my own style that you guys do enjoy, which I appreciate. I might just kind of just tweak up my own styles a little bit more, but as for the speed rounds, I cannot do Drago Galaxy justice in that. So I might dab a little bit more and just work on just perfecting it. And once I kind of perfect it, I might release one of those speed round battles, but we'll see. Second question is, how did you get the motivation and the idea to start Beytubing? The origin story right here, guys, the origin story. I was part of the Beytubers Facebook group a long time ago, and I made battle videos. They were just regular Hasbro Quad Drive base, Speedstorm, Hypersphere, you know, the real low quality ones. But then I started to get the Pro Series base and started doing videos, but I just post them on the Facebook page. And then my buddy Alan Lowe, he runs a huge TikTok and Instagram page called Beyblade Landscapes. Great dude. He was the owner of the Beytubers page on Facebook, and yeah, we just talk every now and then on the comment section on there, and he just gave me the idea that, you know, I should start Beytubing. I should start a Beyblade channel on YouTube. He's like, I'm pretty sure it'll blow up. And look, look where we're at now. Is doing amazing, and I'm so happy that I was able to meet that individual. Alright, the next question was, how is life going? Like, I had surgery, I had YouTube shadow banning my channel for a bit. Life's going alright, you know, can't complain, it's life, you know. It's too short to really complain about anything. It's gotta live the best life you can. My surgery is going well. I do have to go redo the surgery every 5 years. Every year I have to go back in and have my esophagus checked out to make sure the cancer is not spreading. But overall, my general health is still doing good. For the YouTube shadow banning, it's still a struggle. Every video still gets automatically turned to made for kids. But I am on first name basis with the head honcho supervisor of the department in YouTube where that monitors the made for kids in the algorithm. So it's just to a point now where I just shoot him an email with a copy of the link of the video, and he just turns the rejected appeal around. But most of my appeals do get granted now, so that's good. And there is a fourth question here. It is, have you come back to your old job? Yes, I'm As you guys know, I am a carpenter by trade. I build houses, I build furniture, I build finished carpentry, rough carpentry, anything like that. But yes, I did go back to my old job. Is it good? No, it's terrible. It is terrible. But what can you do? You gotta make a living, right? Alright, the next question we have is from Team Viper Share 8360. This is actually a pretty good question. It says, any theory regarding Quad Strike's secret ending of the one kid who flew off to space while he was watching Bell vs. Bulk's final battle ending? Was he the next protagonist? But as an unforeseen, since the anime ended, the Hasbro showcased that kid as a future protagonist like an Easter egg. My theory on that is I believe Hasbro was going to do more Beyblade Quad Strike. I do believe they were going to do more with that. I do believe they were going to release more Quad Strike bays because there was a lot of the Burst Ultimate bays that they did not make for Quad Strike. So I believe they were going to continue with that. However, obviously they plummeted and just had to end the show and making Beyblade Burst. So I do believe that was an Easter egg to a potential true final season with all the other Beyblade Ultimate bays that were not released for Quad Strike. Alright, next question is from my boy Kai Blaze. He says, yo, this question always comes up in Q&As, so I gotta ask, how did you come up with the name Left Spin Bays for your channel? Do you just like less rotating bays? And then he says, thanks for the encouraging comments that I leave on his channel. First off, you're welcome, dude. You have an awesome channel. Great channel, great content. Keep grinding, man. As for the question, I went through many different names trying to come up with a good name, changing it like every 3 days because I would end up finding another channel that had a similar name, so I'd change it again. And then I was in a big kick with Guilty Longinus, essentially. When I first got Guilty Longinus, I was just in a big Guilty Longinus kick and with the Left Spinning Bay. And then, I don't know, I just typed it up, I googled it, it was like Left Spin Bays. So I googled it to see if there was any other YouTube channels named Left Spin Bays. Lo and behold, there wasn't. So I was like, you know what? That has a good ring to it, kind of rolls off the tongue pretty well. Why not? And so now, officially, I'm known as Left Spin Bays, or LSB. So, alright, next we have my boy, the Msky. Love this guy. Great dude. So the Msky has 4 questions. It says, what got you into Beyblade and making Beyblade videos? This is the first question. What got me into Beyblade, back when Beyblade was very first released with the Plastic Gen, my younger brother and I, we got our first bays ever. Mine was Drasil F, his was Dronzer S. And I just loved it ever since. Then I fell off for years, decades, dudes. Oh my god. But then my wife, like every now and then when I go to the store with my wife and my kids, I walk by the Beyblade stuff. I was like, oh babe, I remember these. You ever played these when you were a kid? Then one day she decided to get me one, and that's how it started. Like, oh man, I miss this. Ooh, this is so cool. There's got to be more. I could just get one more. You know, I got to have another one to kind of give some variation. And then one more turn, to 2 more, to 3 more, to 4 more, to hundreds. So yeah. Was my wife happy? No, she was not happy about that. But she is happy that I'm doing well. So that's all that matters. As for making videos, I don't know, I just wanted to catch some cool stuff and burst, and I was watching people on that Facebook page make their own videos and battles, and I was like, you know, I might as well give it a try. Well, that's essentially how that started, and then it's just an addiction to me. I love making Beyblade videos, because some things, Beyblade is completely unexpected. You never know what you're going to see in a battle. And so sometimes you catch some stuff that you'll never see again, and that's what essentially I always try to do. It's just an addiction to me. Alright, second question is, what is the defining point of where you felt like you were more known as a Beytuber in this community. I think I was hitting about 3,000 subscribers, and that's when I did my first subscribers tournament, the Wind God tournament. And just the feedback in the comments from people, I had a lot of comments saying, "Man, you were my favorite Beytuber," and just how much people loved my videos, how much people love the battles that I do. And then like in some of my unboxings, just the moment people, just some of the comments people made saying, "Man, I just love your unboxings because you're not biased. You don't compare everything to Karatomi or vice versa. You look at the Bey for what it is in front of you." And then just watching the number of shares that my videos get just explode, going up and up and up. The Beyblade community is amazing. You guys are great, and I love it. So the next question from Msky is thoughts on Lego Beyblades. Bro, Lego Beyblades are badass. Simple as that. They are awesome. I love them. I wish I was smart enough to do that. I'm only smart enough to try to make it out of wood, launch it, and have the wood shatter to splinters, and then me looking down at it like, what the hell? But Lego Beyblades are awesome. Amazing. And I love your Lego Beyblades. You guys are mad scientists, just like in the Beyblade Awards. You guys are mad scientists. I can never come up with something like that. So props to you guys. I love Lego Beyblades. Fourth question, the last question from Msky is there any categories from the last Bey Award show that you wanted to get nominated or win for? Honestly, I was just happy you guys brought me into that. For me, I love making Beyblade content. I love making Beyblade videos. I love Beyblade. I was just honestly just very happy that you guys even nominated me for stuff. I was up against some really well-known Beytubers. And honestly, actually, going back to question 2, I think that honestly was the biggest defining point in my Beytuber career, where I became well-known in the community. Because just seeing that I was on the freaking nomination sheets, getting nominated for 2 awards, it blew my mind. And then getting nominated and getting awarded the Golden Ticket Award. There's a lot of categories out there. I was hoping for the Breakout Creator of the Year award. It was the best year 1, 18,000 subscribers, 5.1 million views. But you know what? It's all good. I just enjoy making the content, and just having you guys view it and watch it just makes it even better. All right, there you guys go. Thank you for commenting on there and allowing me to kind of just share a little bit about my life and just kind of get to know you guys as well. A few things to keep an eye out for is the Battle Arena Friday, Chanker Bays and World Spriggan. This battle was fire. This was intense, an intense battle. You guys are not going to want to miss. We got a grip of new Beyblade X videos coming out in the shorts with Phoenix Wing, Phoenix Feather, Wyvern Gale, a new combo for Drawn Dagger. We got a lot coming, as well as some new older bays I got, Christ Satan, Wild Wyvern, Crash Rocktivore. So just keep checking up on my channel, keep supporting me. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. And like always, have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.